I joined as a hull technician, but my primary goal was to be a firefighter. So back in the day when I joined, they didn't have the damage control rating. The closest I can get is a hull technician. So I went that field until 1986 when they brought the damage control rating back.
So I spent majority of my time, my 24 years, about 18 of it was at sea, and 6 of it was on shore duty. I was already at 90% when I came to Trajector. When I retired in 2005, they issued me 80% rating right off the bat. The words from my exiting doctor was, enjoy the benefits now because as you get older, your joints are going to start hurting, which I'm living proof of that now. And then in 2020, no, 2020, I think no, yeah, 2020, because that's right when COVID hit. I went from 80 to 90%, and I was like, I just couldn't believe that they were dragging their feet on it. The only thing that they had rated me on was my skeletal, my joints. Everything was joint related. They didn't grant me anything for, my COPD, my sleep apnea, the work I did with chemicals, and just everything else, my ears. I mean, I have hearing aids through the VA, but they still won't rate me for them. And I thought, it just didn't seem right. And then my friend across the street is one of the lawyers at Trajector, and him and I have talked for many and many a days, months and stuff leading up to this. And I said, you know what? I said, do you think you guys can push through the last 10? And he was like, well, yeah, I'm sure we probably could. Let me look at your stuff. He looked at my stuff and he says, yeah, let me get you in touch with my medical department and see what we can do and get the ball rolling for you. And sure enough, as soon as he called in and gave my name, within probably 3-4 days, I got a call from the Trajector Medical research team, and we got the ball rolling. And just once it started, it only took about maybe 2.5 months. I had always, just raise your arm over your shoulder, raise it up, and it hurt. And I just keep pushing it, and wouldn't say nothing. And I think that was the key evidence that they were looking for that I was missing, was verbalizing it to them. So those appointments and those interviews with Trajector Medical really helped out, really solidified how to go through the process. It made it a little bit easier. I mean, money doesn't create happiness. It allows you to do more things. I mean, that's what we've looked at. We've saw it that way. There were a few benefits. One of the biggest ones was not having to pay property taxes anymore. So that having that automatically cut my mortgage down. So that's less money going out and more for us to actually go out and start doing things. She wants to do some more traveling. We want to visit the states within the United States, so we don't have to decrease, our ambitions to go out and do things. It just makes it a little easier for us. I mean, everybody that I talked to was phenomenal. I really can't point any one person out. So, I mean, if I have to say any one person, I would say Trajector Medical. Because, I mean, you're a team. Everybody deserves credit. If there's a success to be made, everybody has a piece of the pie. Everything was it was above and beyond what I thought. Had I had known this years ago, I would have done this years ago. Just the care of the people that I talked to, the care of my records, how the process went from being called in, talking to my neighbor across the street, him passing my information on to the right people, that person contacting me, and then the medical care nurses that called me and talked to me about each one of my specific situations that I had, and then the nurses talking about my pre-interviews, what to expect, what to look for. Everything was perfect. I would tell them that this is the best thing you can do. You have to make the phone call. In fact, I've given my neighbor across the street the names of 2 of my real closest veterans, and they're already working with them. There's my wife. My wife talks about this all the time. She's a veteran as well. She's like, VA is designed for the people that need it. People with PTSD, people with injuries that require extra help down the line. And I believe that every vet out there that has any form of illness from military service needs to get the help that they need.